U.S. Senate is now contemplating granting the wish of for-profit tax preparers to permanently ban the Internal Revenue Service from creating an online free tax preparation and filing service. I say, not so fast. For years, many have called on the IRS to lessen the burden of filing our taxes. It could, for example, pre-populate our tax forms with information like how much we earn in the course of the year and how much we withheld that it already has. The IRS could make filing ultimately much easier with a free online system. But those ideas have posed a threat to the for-profit tax preparers. Think Intuit that makes TurboTax or H&R Block. So in 2002, a consortium of the for-profit tax preparers agreed with the Internal Revenue Service that the IRS would not create such a free online system. Instead, the for-profit tax preparers agreed to assume that obligation for the 70% lowest earning Americans. Now, the for-profit tax preparation services want to enshrine that agreement in the ironically named Taxpayer First Act. The Taxpayer First Act enjoyed a lot of support on a bipartisan basis in the House of Representatives recently, where it passed because it contains a lot of good provisions. But the element of the bill that codifies this too cozy agreement between the tax preparers and the Internal Revenue Service, that should be stripped from the legislation. You might have seen this week my office sued two for-profit tax preparers, Intuit that makes TurboTax and H&R Block. We allege those companies purposely misled low-income taxpayers into needlessly spending their hard-earned money for services they're entitled to get for free from these very companies. Now, these companies do have online free, truly comprehensive tax services for low-income taxpayers, but we've alleged that they've hidden the availability of those services to draw those taxpayers into paying for services instead. Here's what I mean. Our lawsuit alleges, for example, that both companies prominently offer a free online tax prep service on their main websites. The thing is, those ostensibly free services are not those to which they agreed with the IRS. Instead, they're watered-down versions of free services. They disqualify people like independent contractors in the gig economy or people with health savings accounts from being able to use them at all. In fact, we allege those ostensibly free services are decoys. They're designed to steer low-income taxpayers into paying for services they should be getting for free. We also allege that neither company's main website contains any direct link to its truly free, comprehensive services. And we allege that earlier this year, both companies encoded the websites for those comprehensive, truly free services so they would never show up on any search engine. Since 2002, only 3% of eligible American taxpayers have taken advantage of the service that was to be provided to them for free. And we've alleged that's by design. Now, these taxpayers would be much less vulnerable to being steered to services that they would end up paying for when they really don't have to pay for them, much less vulnerable to the misconduct we've alleged in our complaints if there were a publicly created free online tax preparation and filing service. And if there were, the compliance rates with our tax system would go way up. And that means the system would be more efficient and effective and fair for everyone. It's time for the U.S. Senate to give the Taxpayer First Act real meaning by taking the shackles off the IRS for this purpose and letting them, in fact, directing them to create the truly free online system that folks have been waiting for so long. I'm Mike Feuer, the Los Angeles City Attorney. Thanks for watching.